All right, everybody, this is Carlos with another video. In this case we have a 2012 Chevy Malibu, and let me walk you through the problems and the codes that this Malibu has when the lady drop it off at the house. Actually, the lady was driving down the road, and the car was actually leave her stranded right in front of my house. And coincidentally, um, we talk about it and everything, and she leave her car to me fixing it, because she says that has a lot of problems. And let me walk you through everything. But first, let me start up the car. Look, start right up. It does have a check engine light in it, but there's a code that I try to erase and not go away, and I'll tell you why is that in a minute. All right, so let me explain you a little bit for everybody out there that has this type of problems that I'm about to talk about right now. So when the car broke down on the lady right in front of my house, like I said, she says that the car was acting funny. It jerks around, and sometimes it cranks, sometimes it don't. And she was just how did I put it, tired, about the car, just not knowing if it's gonna start and run and use the car to go to work, every day. Pretty much using the car like we all, normally way to do it. So I'm not gonna make this video too long, but it's these type of cars are well known for has lots of problems. All right, and let me walk you through everything. So we pull out the car at the house, and she just give me a little bit of background on the car, what it's been doing, and what stuff that she been telling by other people. But anyway, this car ends up with at the shop, and the shop changed the fuel pump on it. Well, she said she paid around $800 for the fuel pump and the labor. And soon she went pick up the car from the shop. The car is just doing the same thing. It keeps doing the same thing. It runs for a little bit and it shut off, leave her stranded on the street. And so pretty much she told me that the fuel pump was not the problem. And soon I started checking out the car and everything, I realized that was not the problem. So let me go out the front and let me show you what we did with the car. So I've been seeing a lot of videos of the cars, especially these Malibus, have these all kind of problems. Like I said, let me shut off the car real quick so y'all can hear better what I'm saying. Let's shut off the car. All right, so the car was starting but don't crank. Okay, and we tried and nothing. It's sometimes it runs like 2-3 seconds, and it shut off, like right away. So I was, I think, well, yeah, it's a fuel problem, and um, I put some quick starter fluid, you know, uh, through the air intake, and the car runs, like I said, uh, 2-3 seconds, and it went off. Okay, well, automatically you would think, yeah, it's a fuel pump. Well, remember, this lady has a brand new fuel pump from Napa, and Napa normally has good parts. All right. So I was calling the lady like uh, day after or 2 days after she was stranded out here right in front of the house, and I tell him, are you 100% sure that these people changed the fuel pump on this car, because it sounds like and it looks like it's a fuel problem. I check, by the way, the fuel pressure on them. That's the fuel pressure. What do you call uh, thing that you can check the fuel pressure right here. All right, and I have no fuel pressure, so I know the car is, like I said, it's started but don't crank. And soon I put some little bit of quick starting fluid. The car runs for 3 seconds, and it went off. Obviously, fuel problem. Well, and I was thinking, and most people will think that fuel pump are bad. Well, fuel pump was new. It was installed like a week ago at the auto shop that the lady dropped the car off, and that's why they told them, and that's why they changed it to them. And she pay between part and labor, like I said, about $800. Well, that was not the problem. So I was digging around. I was checking the you would think, well, that's got something to do with the gas relay right there. Well, it's a little sunny today, so I'm sorry if I'm trying to see get a good angle for this video. Hopefully it'll look right on the video. Yep, it's a sunny day in North Carolina. Shout out to the north that is having 4 and 6 feet of snow between yesterday and tomorrow. I know we're gonna have some this year anyway, but we'll see when, till they got here. So yeah, so that was the problem. I checked the relay. I checked every little thing that you can think of to try to find out what's the exactly problem this type of car has, because this type of Malibus, this type of years has lots of problems. Electronic problems, gas tank problems, fuel, little bit of everything. The guys that already know this, they know that's true. All right, so another thing that I did is check everything in this fuel box. As a matter of fact, I check every single one of them. I check I check everything. As a matter of fact, I took this fuse box off and take it apart, and because I see a video of this fuse box from inside. You have to take all these screws out, so and able to get all these bugs out. And you had to go underneath the fuse box, open it up, and you will see some little wires that it runs, like a spider web. I see a video where some of these fuse boxes are going bad as well, and I check all that. Okay, I take this apart and check I trace, and I didn't make a video of all that I did, because I mean that will be, I don't know, a video for every little thing that I do, and I just don't like that. I like to go to the point, and I'm going to the point right now, so be with me, all right? So yeah, I take this apart, check all those connections, what those little wires that it looks like a spider web. Like I said, it's pretty much like the conductors that take the power from one point to another, and that's why it goes everywhere, positive and negative conductors. All right, so to the point. All right, that was not the problem either. Battery, that wasn't the problem either. I checked everything else, and I was thinking to do was, and I even talked to the to this lady, drop the tank off the car again and check the new fuel pump that she said that was put on the car, brand new. I was like, well, might be some defect fuel pump, I mean, it's everything, in the possibilities, because I don't have fuel pressure. So that was the main thing. The car cranks, but it not runs. But it's not, it don't run at all. And again, you put some quick starting fluid to the air intake, and the car runs right up for 2-3 seconds. All right, well, I was checking heat and air and everything, and I decide that the car needs a new ECM. This is the old one. This is the one from the car originally. And it caught my eye that this is all corroded, rusted, or whatever you want to call it, from outside. And I mean, it looks kind of okay in the back, but I mean, this, you can see a little bit of rust right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Some corrosion out here, and this is the commander of pretty much all the electronics of the car. So I was thinking, well, I have a bad connection or something, or I mean, I checked pretty much everything on this car, and the car was set here at the house for about a week. Because I got my own job, and I just, when in the afternoons when I have a chance to work on them, I just jump on it and keep looking for stuff. And so I pretty much have enough time on the weekends to work on cars pretty much. So anyway, this was the problem right here. That's the new one right there. And before I change them, before I even order the new part, I was looking these connections here. I checked everything, like I said, and caught my eye that these connectors, the in and out connectors, are wore out. I mean, it's just desegregated by itself. and you can see that wire is exposed there, and that handles are barely, you push these connectors at certain distance, and when you push the connector down, it'll finish pushing it into the ECM to make obviously a good solid connection. And I check all that before even change them. All right, so yeah, I got the part yesterday, changed them yesterday. Connect everything, make sure I got right voltage and right charge on my battery, check every fuse on them and everything. All right, and the car runs and drive like I should. Okay, so if you have these type of problems with these Malibus, which they have a bunch of problems, and I told the owner, the lady of this car, that get it fixed and get rid of it, because she probably gonna have some more problems down the road with this car. It's just the truth with these type of cars. So for everybody out there that are working on these type of Malibus and have these type of problems, yep, it's a real work right there. It's a real challenge to try to pinpoint that right problem, because remember, ladies spend around $800 between new fuel pump and labor, and I told her right at the bat that was not the problem. So for everybody out there that works on cars, and I didn't say I'm an expert on cars. I know a little thing or two, and I still learning. I got a lot to learn. I like to learn, okay, and that's why I'm making this video, because I know people need some help out there. All right, try to find the right answers for the problems, because you can take your car to the shop and they can start telling you, well, you need this part, you need this part, you need this part, and spend a lot of money on them, and could be something simple. It could be something expensive, and could be the right part that is need to be changed. But to me, that's the game right there. That's the main thing. Find out the right problem to change the right part. I know, again, everybody are learning. I'm learning. For everybody learning up there, and that's why there's a ton of videos out there, and that's why I'm trying to make this video. I said this on one of my first videos. There's a haters out there, man. There's people that I don't know what world they live in. They just criticize you. They just point the bad things, but they don't point the good things. All right, and on one of my first videos, I said that I made the video not to be famous. All right, I don't like to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I just trying to be helpful on this society that we live in right now. And look, with all the technology, with all these videos that are everywhere, you can do something positive. All right, so everybody out there that just criticize you or point you the bad things, or man, you didn't should have said this, or you didn't say this right, man, just do something right, and be proud of it, and stop criticizing, man. I mean, let's help each other. Let's help each other. Something that and I don't know, I can learn from you. and it's maybe something that I know and you don't know. I try to share it with you, and everybody learn. Look at this lady. She take this car to the shop, change the fuel pump, because right out the bat they tell them that there was the fuel pump. Spend $800 for nothing. All right. The car, soon she pulled the car out of the shop, she told me that the car was not doing any different. It still run rough. It sometimes run and sometimes don't. All right. So to me again, that's why I'm making this video. Just trying to help somebody out there. You might be already did this same mistake or not mistake, but thinking that it's the fuel pump. You change the fuel pump and nothing changed, and yeah, you already spend some money for nothing. And you need your car as your daily car. You need it like every day. So that's why I'm making this video. So yeah. Another thing, this video going a little longer, but another thing that I have to do after I changed the ECM was, look, car runs like it should. All right. So another thing is, let me show you that light, which is the how do you say it, anti-theft safety. When you change the ECM, you probably gonna have to reprogram it, and the car is probably not gonna run like right away, like right away, because that anti-theft system is going to activate it on the car, and that's a process that you have to do in order to that the car reads the key and everything. All right, you have to that light is going to stay on, and it's not gonna crank, and it's not gonna do anything. But it's because we putting a new ECM on the car. All right, so don't cussing, don't think that it's something else or need to be changed, or has to be programmed. And the way I did it is, when the light was staying on, I had to put the key on. I put everything on, but not start it, just leave it on. The lock light is gonna stay on. You have to leave it like that on the on position for 10 minutes. All right. After 10 minutes, that light is going away. All right. That is still not gonna let you crank the car. You gotta do it again. All right. You have to take the key out, put it back in, put it on position, and the light will stay on again. All right. You have to wait another 10 more minutes until it goes away. All right. After that second time, all right, you take the key out and put it again. The light is gonna stay on one more time. This is gonna be the third time and the final time. Okay, so after the third time, pretty much you're gonna have to do this 3 times, so it's about 30 minutes. All right, and after the third time, that light going off, the car is gonna run. All right, so yeah, I hope this video are helpful for anybody out there. Man, work on cars, it's a little it's hard. It's challenging sometimes, and it's time consuming. Okay. Um, uh, so yeah, everybody out there that make this type of videos, shout out to everybody. They doing it because they love what they do. I like work on cars. I like to learn. Okay. If I can learn something from somebody else, believe me, I will take it. Okay, because I like to learn. Okay. I'm not a professional mechanic. I'll say this. Um, I'm not label myself a professional mechanic, but I did work on cars when I was young, and I like the cars. I like work on cars, and I guess it's what they uh, made me going. Okay. Um, Mechanics, shop repairs, especially if you take your car to the dealership, man, they call you arm and leg um, for not just the service, but the parts or the repairs that they do these days. So um, yeah, that's all I want to say. I hope this video it's a helpful for anybody out there. Today is November 18. I hope everybody has next weekend. Next Thursday is gonna be Thanksgiving Day. I hope everybody has a good and be with the family together. Have a nice and blessing Thanksgiving Day and holidays as well. Everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this video. Like it, subscribe, because I told you more videos are coming. Alright, so everybody, God bless you. Be safe out there, and fixing, it's keep coming. Alright, thank you everybody. See ya.